What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to I Wani Hug that Gator. Yes. How are you guys? Hopefully, you guys are having a really great day today. Listen, all right, real quick before we start, right? Yesterday, like I said before, right, or like I said yesterday, when we were playing the Smiling Man, my Elgato decided to pull the plug in itself. So that sucks for you guys, but I somebody left a comment on my driving simulator on that video, and I had to re-download that game to actually make sure to see if what their question was. Like they said, like if we could restart the game, and I don't think you can, but you could restart the levels at any given time that you want. But aside from that, though, that actually made me replay through the whole scene, right? And right now I left it off where we just barely got on the taxi, and we're gonna branch off from that little area next week, or this weekend, my bad. Here we go. I remember now. Let's load it up. Let's see. I remember this is the use the left click to draw. Okay, hold up. I want to look something up, right? I'm actually going to do this right now. Hold up, man. What is more flattering than drawing someone, right? I'm just saying, I'll do my best because I don't like drawing with the mouse, right? So here we go. I'll probably speed it up, maybe. To be honest, we'll see what happens. There we go. Not bad for me drawing her with the mouse, baby. Let's go. But yeah, like I said, what is the most flattering of ways than drawing the person that we like, right? Even though if the drawing came out of my mouse. Let's go, dude. I am pleased with myself. And done. We are pleased with ourselves. I didn't have a lot of room to work with at all, but as I superstitiously admire my work and I find that I have a long way to go, it feels like I'm being mugged by other doodles. Although Olivia sure looks to like this. Miss Sparkling Sue turned around, right? If I slip the paper under Olivia's shoulder, I won't have to get up and risk getting caught. Oh no! And here we go. It's a bit tricky and I hesitated, but the paper meets its destination. She doesn't even look back, she just takes the paper eagerly. It's completely different from how she was acting earlier. Her tail is even swaying side to side. Oh, is that wagging? Huh. Alright, now she's gonna see my sketch and probably think I'm cool. Ah! That expression. It just... Oh, man. She's not turning around. I mean, you don't have to turn around. We could clearly see, we could visibly see she is not impressed. Well, it's not much, so it could also just... I'll be taking that. Oh, no. Well, of course. All that hard work that I did on that freaking drawing, and you took it, man. Miss Proctor snatches the paper from Olivia's closet. She holds her arm out. She takes a glance at the paper, and a small crack of a smile appears in her face before going back to stoic visage. So, is this how you view me, Miss Halford? Proctor holds the paper up for all to see. Everyone in the class does their best to avoid her persecuting gaze. I know that most of you were a part of this as well. Look, I'm not asking for much. Please do your assignment when you are in class. It's the least you can do. We were passing. Oh no! What happened? Okay, never mind. I just pressed the wrong button. We were just passing a note one at a time. She wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, how could all of us are in trouble? I noticed Sparkly looked down at Olivia for a moment before letting out a sigh of defeat. Look, since it's only the second day, I'll let this one slide, but I'm warning you now that I won't be so lenient the next time it happens. Otherwise, you'll end up like the last student who decided to be disruptive during class. What happened to him? Get a detention slip or something? Miss Brockman pulls out the window blinds and pushes the window screen open. She then takes out a walkie-talkie. Sully, yep, another hippie seat, H4. Oh no, Sully? Oh no! Good job, soldier. Oh no! Now, if we can let's continue. At the very least, it wasn't my face this time, baby. Let's go, dude. Everybody's gonna have someone to talk about now that she, did that. So it's tight. We're on the second floor. I sink back into my seat and continue writing, mainly out of unadulterated fear of experiencing the same wrath from the teacher. Bro, we've already experienced it once. We don't have to do it again. Man, now I feel guilty for Olivia. I was the one passing her a note after all. Maybe I shouldn't have tried. Well, I can always apologize after class. Miss Proctor places the note and continues her lecture. The lecture for another half an hour. With 10 minutes of class left, I see Proctor look at the clock above the door. I then notice Olivia grabbing her attention as if she knew what she's already going to say to her. The other teacher nods her head. Olivia grabs her backpack and shoves all the things in it. In silence, she wheels herself to the door, opens, and rolls out. Okay. The teacher must have noticed me watching her leave. Accommodations? Well, there goes my chance of saying sorry to her. Feeling defeated, I decided to focus on writing down my notes for the rest of the time left, although I do wonder. She must have noticed my doodle. Did she just ignore it then? Class comes and goes, and I head back home on the metro. That's it. Like 3 classes, bro. I had like 7 periods, dude. What kind of high school is this? Another day, another $1. Though this time I passed on the mini breakfast burritos. After how bad they messed me up during PE yesterday, I don't want my stomach to endure the torture again. Instead, I just got a few hash browns from fast food joint by the metro. I idly scroll through my feed, I usually do while in the metro, just about my destination. It's been a few days now, and the strange scent of extremely cheap detergent and alcohol have become an afterthought. Some of the vines are actually plastic, and the flowers are little air fresheners. That's nice. That's not actually something I noticed, more so witness when a passenger tried to eat one. Okay, yeah, sure. Some of the vines are real, though. For some reason, they got untouched. Anyways, maybe they're just not tasty. Vegetarians don't eat the grass in their lawns after all, right? Huh. Hey, it's him again. Anyways, the lights have gone out and someone just dropped a wrecking ball next to me. Must be Mr. Ferry. Yes, it is. Good morning, Inko. Good morning. Has work been going fine? It has. Slowly, but I'm very thorough. I hate the idea of a place of learning not being an ideal place to learn, and I appreciate our talks. Your perspective has really helped me understand the student body more. You're welcome. Hey, have you given any more thought to the fashion thing? I have, although I can't say I really get it. There's plenty to see everywhere if you just look around. Really? Like what? Well, look at the girl on the other end of the car there. That one? I guess. It's rather revealing. I don't think it's really for me. I love my wife. I just mean as an example. Well, there is an event coming up I could see about trying something new. What would you recommend? That's a good question. What would be a good use here? In my inner eye, I conceptualized coolest possible beverage. The fresh machine is going full throttle. First, sunglasses. Okay, we're actually, visualizing the man. All right. His eyes may be a little far apart for that. However, beanie. Moving on. Big guns. Fresh jacket. There we go. The coolest possible Ferris. Mr. Nito? Sorry, just thinking. Why don't you start with beanie cross print jacket. I think the jacket would be nice. Really now. Those all sound rather expensive. Yeah, they are. You know what? Try a gold chain necklace. What? Yeah, just make sure it's appropriate size so it doesn't look silly. I'm sure it would go a long way, and they're pretty cheap to get. Well, all right, I'll take your word for it. We sure talk about fashion a lot, though. Is that really all everything's about these days? Oh, of course not. What do you want to know about? What's YOLO mean? Oh no, I've heard the term thrown around recently. That was like 5 years ago, man. Oh. Mr. Ferris and I talk more about contemporary urban slang until we arrive at our stop. Dope. Oh, we skipped art? We skipped PE. Nice. Art. Mr. Ladakan had just started talking about our first project for the class. As soon as he said the word, Olivia's hand shot up. Her gray eyes sparkled in excitement, and a smile treated to crush the perpetual frown etched in her snout. The girl vibrates in her seat as she waves her arms in the air, trying to get the teacher's attention. Ladakan's own smile was stained as he and Olivia engaged in a staring contest with one another. I could only marvel as the two argued with each other without a single word. Eventually, Ladakan won by turning off the lights and turning on the cheap projector hanging from the ceiling, and playing a safety video about paint that felt far too graphic for a school setting. Huh? I don't think I'll be able to eat barbecue for a while. Although defeated, Olivia crosses her arms and pouts at her seat. And that is why we won't be using any more of these toxic materials for any projects in this house. Maybe I should have just skipped breakfast entirely. I still don't see the problem. Once you've all had the proper safety handling course in the second semester, you'll be allowed to use oil-based paint. Until that time, however, all the assignments will be required safety supplies. Now, since we're pivoted to this, might as well finish the full video. The grumpy Gator holds a hand to her throat, mumbling to herself as she grabs a metal flask and drinks from it. The entire display from her was mystifying, at odds with how Ben and Liz described Olivia. In fact, it's kind of press the wrong one. Kind of reminds me of me. I can't understand why. After all, Ladakan is letting Ben and I use some of his equipment in photography. That thrill of experimentations, of new possibilities, no doubt that it brings a creative sparkle in her eye. Oh, eyes that fill with pure malice as they glare daggers my way. Was I staring? Oops. Before I could offer an apology, she already had her hand on her wheel. She rolls up to Ladakan's desk. He leans forward intently. I can't make anything that's said through the video, but going by the occasional glare, it's not hard to imagine. Crap, I really didn't mean to offend. Ladakan's noticed I'm watching and motions for me to come forward. Oh no, we're in trouble! Slowly, I shifted off my seat and approached the desk. Hey, dude, can you stop being creepy? And stop looking at Olivia, for God's sakes. Oh no, please, Ladakan. It didn't mean to. Alright, there's something going on here. Ladakan speaks in a hushed tone, just loud enough for me to hear over the makeshift Mateen? Olivia's telling me you're making goofy faces at her. No, I said he's been staring at me all throughout class. Oh no, it's weird, like he's never seen someone like me. Can't you move him to a different seat? Now hold on a second, Olivia. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm sure this is just a misunderstanding. Mr. Ladakan. It's like she's a different person here. She fishes out a canteen of water and brings it to her mouth. You're giving a lot of leeway when it comes to a seat assignment, but asking for something like this, I just want him to leave me alone. She sips again. What's that about? Well then, Inko, you tell us. What's in your mind? Can't have the disagreements between classmates this early in the year. I'm confused. I didn't know there was any disagreement between us. Well, sometimes it's a little things you do that you don't even think about that affects people the most. Anything like that come to mind? I shake my head. Olivia's glare doesn't diminish away from my field of view. I mean, I've been a bit curious about her since we sat next to each other, and I'm friends with some of her friends. We all sat together at lunch yesterday. Ladakan's nods to himself thoughtfully. Sounds like he just wants to hang out, Olivia. Her face scrunches at the mere thought. Man, not really interested. He's distracting me from classwork. I want to watch the video without being gawked at. Sorry, I didn't mean it. Does that resolve the issue for you, Olivia? No, I don't want some buddy in this class. She goes to take a little sip, but ends up turning the canteen upside down. All out. Olivia, you can go fill up if you want. You won't miss anything. The video is something you don't already know, I'm sure. Olivia's eyes me suspiciously and slowly moves out of the door towards the nearest water fountain. Ladakan sighs. All right. He leans back in the chair with his arms resting behind his head. Inko, I told you yesterday, if the air needs clearing, to do it yourself. Now she's in a mood because you were staring at her like a weirdo. Oh my god, dude. And here I thought you two would get along. She even gave you that sketch she made of you. Truthfully, I'm impressed, but here we are. What's going on, big guy? Again, sorry, it's been a pretty busy few days. Yeah, I've gotten to a cool friend group. We're all gonna sit together at lunch. Olivia's there too. She didn't say much, but I got her a soda. Don't know why she's upset with me. It's nothing personal, Nico. It's not. She's reticent, especially when it comes to change. If you're at her lunch period too, I can see why she'd be wary of you. If you don't mind me asking, Mr. Ladakan? Yes. Why is she so open with you? How do you mean? Just now, she spoke more than conversation than all the other times I've seen her yesterday. I saw the canteen. I figured it's something to do with her voice, but it's surprising. Her water bottle's the way other way around. It's unfortunate, but she just really rarely talks at all. And I guess she just really trusts me. I've known her since she was a freshman. She seems to gravitate towards art and how I taught it. And soon enough, I took her under my wing. But she lives with Damien, right? He's at the lunch table and she still barely talks to him. Poor kid. Hope he's doing all right. He seems to be all right. But yeah, she's distant to everyone else. So much so I keep hearing weird things about it. Ladakan leans forward in his chair, suddenly attentive. Is that about you gossip with Ben yesterday? A bit. He showed up at up to the table and said something about her being the same after she left. There's probably some drama there, but I don't want to pry. He nods. But also, Liz told me some weird things too. Bro, we're spilling the beans, bro. We get interrogated by cops, bro, and then we'll find out where everybody lives, where everybody poops, and where everybody sleeps. Trust me. They're not even gonna have to go into the freaking, to the bad cop, good cop routine. We just spill it out. He stops nodding. I know of her is something. I know there's something wrong. No. She just said I shouldn't get invested in being her friend. Everyone's being real weird about it, so I was just curious myself. Guess that's why I was looking at her so weird. Sorry. Ladakan rubs his temples. It's worse than I thought. What is? I'll put it this way. You've met 3 people that know Olivia other than me. All of the 3, only one thinks highly of her, and the other 2 starts unloading drama on anyone willing to listen. In this case, you. No wonder you're confused. I hadn't thought of it like that. I don't blame you. You shouldn't be involved in anything stupid. High schoolers, you know, I guess. Ladakans inhales, collecting his thoughts. Important question then. Do you really want to be Olivia's friend? Huh? I mean, I guess, yeah. A judging eyebrow raises my way. Are you... Dang it! I keep pressing the wrong one. I'm sorry. Are you really? Or just curious about it? Bro! He seems pretty serious about this. Yes, then. Olivia returns to class and rolls right back into her desk. I'm back. Have you changed his desk yet? Lataken nudges his head towards me, expectantly putting me on. I'm sorry to distract you during class. Huh? She looks to Latakan and gets a similar nod. Sure. I mean, you're welcome. No, that's not it. I mean, thanks. Crap. But no, really, I don't want to be distracted. Come on, Olivia. The least you could do is give him another chance. You never know. I don't really want to. I get he's like friends with Damien, but I don't really want to. You know, not in this class. But I like to be your friend. She stops and raises an eyebrow. Lots of going around recently. Okay. I'm visualizing this, right? I'm Inko right now. All right, we're in front of the desk, right? We're in the teacher's desk, like right in front of his desk, right? The whole class is either going to sleep, paying attention to the movie, or actually paying attention to whatever is going around in this little group right here. We are distracting everybody from paying attention to the slideshow. Let it, Mr. Ladakan, put up. I don't like this situation, dude. Looks like she was expecting this response. She looks to Ladakan for help. Actually, Olivia, I also think he'd make a good friend for you. What? His words were like a battering ram. I'm simply saying to give Inko here a chance. I could almost see the imaginary bulwark she hid behind slowly crumbling from what Ladakan was saying. You are both quite similar in heart, though you may have different methods. Perhaps you'll find some compromise behind cynicism and naivety if you work together. Finally, the last fragments of her imaginary fortress collapse. Olivia can only look at the art teacher with timid, confused painted across her features. Oh no. Well, I don't. Aren't you for real? Are you for real, Mr. Ladakan? I am. He's actually in another class of mine. I've seen him. He's passionate about his camera like you are with a brush. And I do expect great things from him. Okay. Sorry, I really thought, Huh? Oh, whoops. She accidentally bit her tongue. Ow, my God, that hurts, bro. I don't like when I bite my tongue, bro, or my cheek, man. It just sucks. It's just my opinion. You can make your own choices, Olivia. She nods furiously. Oops, the movie's about to end. You two should get back to your seats. We're good here? Olivia side-eyes me again and nods once more. All right. She motions for us to skedaddle. Oh, he motions for us to skedaddle. Olivia backs her spot. Thanks, Mr. Ladakan. For what? I just gave an opinion. I'm serious. It's up to you two if you want to be friends. Don't screw it up. He waves me off again and gets to flip the lights. I get back to my seat and stare absent-mindedly at the projector screen as I digest Ledakan's words. He said he gave his opinion, but it seems like he also gave me an opportunity to take the right steps in connecting with Olivia. And with that, he said about her being passionate about with a brush. It's gotten me even more curious about her artistic prowess. Speaking of whom, I noticed that she occasionally gives me a side eye. I don't think she can see my eyes due to the dim lighting combined with my shades. She stares at me with a sense of strange curiosity, almost as if she's trying to get a read of me on my face alone. But from what I can tell by her facial cues, she seems confused and almost shaken up. It's like she wants to say something but keeps on backing away at the last second. Guess her mind is also jostling around from Ladakan's words. Right. Our teacher flicks the light switch, and I feel my retina burn from the bright lamp lights, even through my glasses. Alright, normally in your first week, we do something simple like a color swatch wheel. However, I think you all could manage without a bit more advanced. I have a feeling that Mr. Ladakan is going to pair us up into this week project. Watch. The Gator girl's head whipped around at the word advanced. Whatever Olivia was thinking before regarding me seems to be forgotten, as she focuses almost entirely on the teacher. Mr. Ladakan holds up a stack of paper for us to see. First things first, I like for you all to fill out the topic sheet so that I know you understand how to safely handle oil-based paints. Last thing we need is another burned down classroom. The way Ladakan says those words makes me imagine some pretty horrible outcome. Once you finish your sheets, bring them to me so I can review them. I'll be giving you the permission sheets after I know you lot won't set yourselves on fire or poison yourselves. The Allosaur guy in front of me hands back the stacks, and I take a page from it before handing the rest to the Diplo girl behind me. My eyes scan the sheets. What grade of mass do snouts larger than 3 inches require? I don't know, dude. I don't have a snout. I'm sorry, Mr. Ladakan. I don't know what you want from me, dude. But I can handle oil-based paints without a problem, dude. Trust me. And the realization hits me. I didn't see the first half of the video. Oh no. My eyes scan over the page and I groan when I see questions I have no answers for. All of them pertaining to dinosaur anatomy. That our teacher looks directly at me and then to the side. I try to decipher his meaning to follow his eyes. Oh, okay, yeah, so he wants... Okay, I get it. I understand. He wants us to freaking tell her, like, hey, man, I didn't see jack of the video. Can you help me out? I turn my seat and lean closer to Olivia. Hey, what? It was just a question, Olivia, please, dude. You gotta relax. What now? What? What is it? If you will stop talking, I'll let you know, Olivia, please. I'm not gonna let you draw me. I just did. I drew you in history class, man. Oh my god. Very badly, might I add. But gee, at the very least, I tried. What the hell? Looking at her paper, I see that she's already answered the questions I couldn't. I show her my own page, stamping the upper section that is still blank. Olivia groans and looks at Ladakan's pleadingly. All she gets for her troubles is a thumbs up. Fine. Here. She holds out her sheets for me. Wait, is this cheating? Isn't this cheating? The art teacher wouldn't... When did he get to his desk? Why does he have a sleeping mask? If I look at over the answers, I still learn the safety procedures. So what's the difference in the end? That must have been what he's thinking. Either that or he doesn't care. I copy the words from Olivia's sheets, doing my best to at least rephrase them. Some of the classmates are already walking up to the Ladakan's desk. He's barely reading the pages, not even taking off the sleeping mask off. Thanks, Olivia. Whatever. Jesus. Olivia finishes her page in a few seconds and wheels herself to the desk. The last answer I'm fairly confident on, like what does a flashpoint mean? I get up and go to Ladakan's desk and set my safety assignment down. Good. Here's your permission slip to use hazardous paints. He didn't even bother to look over my worksheet. He lifts up the eye mask from his face and looks at me with one eye. What? Most of that stuff doesn't apply to you, Inko. That doesn't. Just don't drink the paint or get it in your eyes. You'll be okay. Thanks, man. I'm glad that you have these high standards for me. Yes, Mr. Ladakan. Attaboy. Now go back to your desk and work for the class day. Tomorrow I'll be starting you all on something simple, like painting a cube or a ball. Yeah, model dodgeball painting. Oh my god, dude. The IMAX dropped down and I returned to my seat. The glass clocks reached 5 minutes until lunch. Olivia's back to leering at me. I consider what I should do or say some sort of icebreaker. Mr. Lalancan said we're similar, and I can see some of what he means. But I am a photographer, and she's a painter. Actually, it's practically the same thing, except that painting takes a lot longer than photography. All right, what was I saying? Yeah, okay, but anyways. But yeah, so being a photographer and a painter is pretty much the same thing. Like I said before, the only difference is that the painter takes a while for her to finish her piece, and a photographer, we just take a shot and leave. You get me? I'm still recording. Okay. So a cubist and a dadaist walk into a bar. Bingo. Have a good lunch now. The moment the bell rings, Olivia shoves most of her things into her backpack, not caring if her notebook gets crushed. And once she sips up, she races out of the classroom. Guess she doesn't want to get caught in the chaos of the lunch stampede. Is this going to be... Are we still keep going or what? We're still keep going. Okay. I managed to avoid getting stuck into the frenzy by shuffling around the wall or all the way around the lunchroom. We are going to leave it here again because, you know, why not? Thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank God we're alive because it was great. We wouldn't be the first place. Have faith in him and never lose faith in him because everything's going to be alright. Trust me. I don't know how long or how much more this demo is going to be, but we're going to be sitting here right to the end, baby. We're riding this one all the way to the bank. Because, like I said before, I am actually enjoying this visual novel a lot. Yeah, man. Oh, I don't quite honestly remember. Actually, it never happened to me, bro. It never happened to me because, like, when I was in high school, all I was doing was keeping my freaking face buried in my book, not really looking at anybody else, you know. The people that I guess you could say had a crush on, I guess she wasn't in my, like, classes, and I would see her, like, going from class to class, you know, and so I would, like, bump into her from time to time. You know, I don't know, something about her captivated me a lot. And, yeah, man, hopefully she's doing fine now. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, dude. But, yes, I want to hug you. I want to hug you. I want to hug that Gator, man. It's turning out to be a pretty good visual novel, not gonna lie. Like, I do like everything about it. But, yes, like I said, we are going to be riding this demo all the way till the wheels fall off and we are stranded smack in the middle of anything. And, yeah, you know, please, I do encourage you guys to buy something from my store, and at the very least one or two things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking you to buy the whole thing, you know, which will be pretty tight, but, you know, just one or two things will be nice. You know, that way it'll just get me closer to getting the games that, you know, really interest me, and, you know, that, like, I want to share with you guys. You know what I'm saying? But yes, see you guys in the next one. Peace out. It was been safe. Go play some visual novels, bro. This was good. The Smiley Man's good, but I think the Smiley Man's like $70. I don't know, dude. Nintendo, you gotta relax with the prices, man. But yeah, man. Other than that, I mean, I think we have played a visual novel before. Something about an alpaca, right? I can't remember the name of it, but it's up in my channel. You guys should check it out. I think that was a fun one too. Really nice one. Just saying. All right, guys, that's it. Bids up for reals. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with more I Wanna Hug. I'm just gonna call it I Wanna Hug That Gator. And everyone, please have a good afternoon, good evening, and good night.